But there was a famous painting, or, kind of a more famous painting, or an important painting that was on the Titanic that got lost and sunk with the Titanic. That painting was a painting by, minor artist Merry-Joseph Blondel, and was painted in 1814. And the name of the painting is La Circassienne. Hi, this is Anita from 5 Minutes with Art. If you've ever watched the famous Titanic movie, you will see that Rose, who is played by Kate Winslet, has an extensive art collection that's on the Titanic. And this art collection includes some paintings by very famous artists of the time, including Monet. So the question that a lot of people ask were there actually Claude Monet paintings that were lost on the Titanic when the Titanic went down? The answer to that is no. There is no evidence that there were Claude Monet paintings that were lost on the Titanic. The Titanic was a British passenger vessel that basically sunk on its maiden voyage on the 15th of April, 1912. It was considered to be one of the most disastrous peacetime sinkings of a vessel to ever take place. Of the 2,224 people that were on board, only 710 survived. So more than 1,500 people died. So really the Titanic was this huge ship where a lot of people died from it. But there was no Claude Monet painting on the Titanic, even though the Titanic movie may show Rose having a Claude Monet painting. This is factually not true. But there was a famous painting, or, kind of a more famous painting, or an important painting that was on the Titanic that got lost and sunk with the Titanic. That painting was a painting by, minor artist Merry-Joseph Blondel, and was painted in 1814. And the name of the painting is La Circassienne. So this painting was actually, it was a painting. It was by a 19th century oil painting by this French salon master, Merry-Joseph Blondel, and it sank that day. The painting was brought on board the Titanic by Bjornström Stephenson, which is a 29-year-old Swedish wood pulp heir. And we know about this painting because after the sinking of the Titanic and Bjornström Stephenson was able to get off of the Titanic, he was in the smoking lounge when it happened. And him and this other guy, Hughes Wilner, were two of the last people to get on lifeboats to actually get to safety. They were actually two of the people that actually spent quite a bit of time helping other people get on lifeboats. As they saw that the ship was going to sink, they jumped on one of the last lifeboats. On the Titanic, the survivors heaped tons of insurance claims on, because you can imagine the Titanic was not only full with passengers, but there was also a lot of valuables, especially for the passengers that were in the first class, where a lot of the first class passengers survived compared especially to the third class or to the second class. Bjorn Stephenson, for this painting, filed the claim for $100,000, which in today's money would be about $2.5 million. His claim was the largest claim that took place by any Titanic survivors. So that is one of the reasons why we know about this painting, and we know that this painting was considered to be valuable because of this huge insurance claim that he filed against the company of the Titanic. We don't really know how much he received from the insurance on the Titanic, but we do know that the company settled for about 60% or 66% of what the people asked for. So we assume that he probably received maybe about 65% of what was the actual value that he was asking for. The painting was not the only valuable thing that was lost. There were other valuable things that were lost, but it certainly was the one work of art that was lost on the painting by this artist, Merry-Joseph Blondel. What is interesting is, since this time, this painting has been reproduced. There was an artist that reproduced it. And so there is a reproduction that's out there. The other interesting part is we're not really sure how big the painting was because, he said it was 6 feet by 6 feet 5 inches by 4 feet by 3 inches. But that seems like it was really too big. Most people think it includes the frame and and what it was in. So this is sort of an interesting tidbit. If you watch the Titanic movie and you see the Claude Monet paintings coming out, no, the Claude Monet paintings were not lost on the Titanic, but this painting was lost. If you'd like to read more and see the painting and learn more about this and learn more about the Titanic, you can read our blog, Were There Claude Monet Paintings on the Titanic? We'll put a link below in the description. Thank you so much for listening, being part of our community. We surely do appreciate you. And thank you for our team, especially Rico, for making this possible. Subscribe and become part of us. We'd love to have you join us.